Bitcoin's falling down, is it the time to panic or is it the time to pounce? Let's talk about that. We'll go through why the market's falling down right now, which we've covered, but I still see people asking questions why the market's down, wondering if they should go long or if they should wait because they're maybe not sure what's happening, what's causing us to go down right now. We'll also go through some very interesting charts, some charts that will probably give some clarity to you on what's happening in the market. And then I'll discuss what I think too right now. Like, is now a good time to be going long, or should we be closing positions and jumping short? So we'll go through all that. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you can see future videos just like this. If you want to trade crypto right now, Weeks has a pretty big event going on. Download the app and get $1,000 of an ETH position airdrop. We also have BYDeFi with a trade and earn $10,000 worth of XRP event. And then also we have BitUnex with the 20% deposit bonus. So if you are looking to start trading, these pullbacks are my favorite time to start a new position. So check out the links underneath the video. Now, the market is retracing. We can actually see Bitcoin fell down pretty significantly over the last week. Today it fell down to 112,700. So people are getting worried because this is a decent sized pullback, right? We're seeing liquidations and people are wondering, 1, why is this happening? 2, what should we be doing? 3, when will this stop? So let's start with the first one. One reason that we're falling down right now is last night we got word from Trump that there are tariffs, and we're setting 20% tariffs on Taiwan, 19% on Cambodia, 19% on Thailand. We went from 25 up to 35% on Canada, and this just provides some uncertainty over future earnings, and just the market in general is trying to reprice what this means, right? So there's uncertainty, there's fear over that. We also have jobs revised down. So now people are wondering, okay, is all the government data rigged? Right? Are we going into a recession, depression? Like, why are we seeing such massive changes? So there's some uncertainty there. We also have some escalations today. 2 nuclear submarines sent by the president because of what the former president of Russia said. So these are going to be sent right outside of Russia as well. Let me just make sure everything's working here. Let's change this real quick. You can't see my face. I know how much everyone wants to see my face. There we go. Okay. So this is an escalation too of just of global relations, right? More escalation, more fear of nuclear war or just war in general. We also heard Jerome Powell speak pretty hawkishly this week, making it sound like rate cuts weren't coming at all. Now, with what came out today with the jobs, it looks like they are being priced back into the market, but it's just like seesawing. Keep in mind, the stock market went from extreme greed, right on the edge of extreme greed, almost to neutral just over the last few days. Like literally over 2 days, we went from greed on the fear and greed index, or almost extreme greed, to almost neutral. So, this, it's not just this crypto market, it's also the stock market. The NASDAQ went down 2.24% today, and that's after probably the best earnings from big tech that we've ever seen. Blowouts across the board from Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, what was the other one? Facebook, Meta, just crushing it, and yet we're still down 2.25%. So there's just uncertainty across the board. Keep in mind, in crypto, there are liquidations too. $1 billion liquidated in the last 24 hours. 908 million of that was long liquidations. So that will cause the market to fall down. That will cause massive price drops. Now, people are probably wondering, okay, well, we've seen that already. When does this stop? What should we be doing? Well, it depends on what kind of investor you are. Right? I'm not going to sit here and say everyone should go long, right? Everyone should put 100x positions on Bitcoin. No, I mean, it's going to depend on your goals, right? Are you someone that understands leverage? Are you trying to take advantage of these price swings and get extra returns? Or are you a dollar cost averager? Because it's not one size fits all. What we can see, though, is we have moved above this trend line that we've been down beneath for the last, 3 cycles? And if we bounce here, I would not be surprised. That would be extremely bullish. It's flipping this prior resistance into support. And that could very well happen because we are not overheated. We have not gone to an overvalued stage based on trends. Let me show you into the Cryptoverse here. There's a 10% off link for this underneath the video. By the way, the crypto exchanges I talk about, there are always links to them underneath the video. But let's show the chart. The historical risk level is nowhere near where it has been in previous cycles at the top. Nowhere near it. The total crypto market cap and trend line is nowhere near overvalued territory like it has been in the past. The ROI after cycle bottom, much lower than ever. Okay, so I don't think we're overheated by any means, but of course, if the stock market pulls back heavily and there's uncertainty over the future, crypto is going to fall down too. And there are more liquidations that happen in crypto than anywhere else. But this could be extremely bullish. Keep in mind too, every time we pump up, we always flip this prior resistance into support. You can see we topped out around 49,000, then went down, broke through, chopped sideways, fell down to 49,000. What do you know? Flipped within $1,000, flipped this prior resistance into support and moved up to new all-time highs. We did the same thing back in April of this year, fell down to 74,000, which was the prior resistance within $1,000, and then moved up to new all-time highs. Now, right, we've been rejected right around 110,000 to 112,000 a couple times. And we just fell down to 112,700. So what do you know? We're within $2,000-$3,000, depending on which peak you're looking at. I personally would look at this this peak right here, this $110,000 peak. So we could even fall down just slightly more. I wouldn't be surprised if we fell down. I also wouldn't be surprised if this was the bottom. I know that sounds crazy to say it within $700 of where we just were, but I would not be surprised if we flipped. Now, again, I'm not going to tell you to go flip 100% bullish, 100x. No, I use leverage on a small portion of my portfolio, so that way I'm not nervous in times like this. Like if you zoom out, there's been 1 month where you could have bought Bitcoin at the wrong time, where you're actually down on it. 1 month out of the last 15 years. So out of 180 months, you could be down for 1 month, right? And if you dollar cost average over the last year, you wouldn't be down at all. You'd still be up significantly. Bitcoin is up still a ton over the last year. BTC price over the last 1 year is up 75%. So no one can complain about Bitcoin's price performance right now. Bitcoin dominance is on the way back up. You can see this channel that we've been in. We just bounced off at the bottom. If we make a new all-time high, we're around maybe 67%. Depending on when we do it, maybe 68, 70%, somewhere in there. So we could go back into an alt season, to be clear. That could happen. But right now, Bitcoin dominance on the uptrend. So what am I doing? Am I panicking? No, not at all, right? I know why we're falling down. Of course, we could fall down further, right? There are things that could send us down further, but I'm not worried about that. If you're dollar cost averaging, I would continue to do that. If you are leverage trading, I wouldn't be panicking right now. Of course, we did cover a couple ways that you could increase positions or to decrease risk, right? So one thing that I do, you can see here, I have buys all the way down. So if we fall down to 109, I have a buy. If we just fall down to 111, I have a buy. If we fall down to 112, 500, I have a buy. So I'm going to continue to average down if we fall down, and eventually I'll catch the bottom. These are riskier plays for me. Like this one is down 37% right now. I knew that going in, that it was risky, but I have all these other 3x positions. These are my bread and butter, right? Right now you can see XRP 3x. I'm up 85% still. CoinM positions, so you can actually trade crypto with crypto. I'm up 18%, 14%, 61%. If I go over to Blowfin, there's one position I'm down on. The rest, I'm up significantly. Right? I'm down 38% on Sui. That's just a 2x. But you can see I'm still up 740% Bitcoin, 623% on XRP. This is how you make huge returns. And you can see I've taken profit, right? I'm up $1,000 in XRP. I'm neutral on Bitcoin. I took out my initial, right? So like this is how you make money over time. You go low leverage. You go low leverage and you ride out the markets. Now, I do go high leverage every once in a while, not very often, but those you only need to hit once and then I take profits, right? I'm not trying to ride a 75x leverage, a 50x leverage throughout the entire bull run. I'm just trying to catch a quick bounce. The reason for that, the fees are much higher over time. So I like to take those winners and take the profits. So if you want to trade, there are links to this underneath the video. Of course, we could see further downside. So I wouldn't be going as aggressive as you can because that messes with your brain. Then you get way more nervous. If you are interested in talking about this more and going over strategies, I have a Telegram underneath. The Telegram channel is free for everyone. And then within that, I have a pinned post that goes through how you can actually get access to the whale chat. So you can get access to the whale chat. We've been talking about different strategies in there. Let me go through one more thing, the 4-year cycle. We are approaching where we typically peak out. So we, for the last 3 cycles, have peaked out in this period of the year, this 4 or 5 month period of this post halving year. So 2025 is this quadrant here. Peak, 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 and then bear market for another year. So just something to consider, right? If you're trying to take profits, if you're trying to get a pump in altcoins or something like that, this is when we typically peak out sometime. Some people are going to call for a bear market because we did start peaking earlier. Some people are going to realize that there's massive adoption from a nation state level, from a company level, from a ETF level, and we could continue to run, especially with the Fed not having started to cut rates yet, and with literally the president of the US saying that they want to buy more Bitcoin over time, or at least his workers saying that. So I don't think we're at the peak yet, but that's always a possibility. So you have to be comfortable with your positions if we go into a bear market, which I'm not saying we will be, but that might tell you what you should buy right now. Like if you're comfortable buying Bitcoin and holding it throughout a bear market, but you're not comfortable with an altcoin, keep that in consideration on these dips. Right? I have 2 buckets. One is stuff that I'm willing to hold forever. One is stuff that I'm trading. Right? I'm just trying to make more money. Of course, you have to make your own strategy. Thank you so much. If you want to see the video that I made earlier today on what I'm buying today, I have that in the Telegram. Check it out. And you can check out the links to BYDFi, BitUnix, and Weeks, BTCC as well. I'll see you all in the next video. Oh, let's fix this. Boom. Sorry. We are away from home right now. We're actually at a trailer cottage. So that's why I'm in this weird setup. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see y'all soon.